For the first time in the Division I era, the South Dakota women's basketball team takes the floor as a ranked team. And with the majority of the teams ahead of them in the top 25 losing this week, the Coyotes will likely move up from number 25 if they can get a win today at Western Illinois. Although the Leathernecks were certainly game early on in the first quarter. That's Taylor Frederick from the baseline, cutting the deficit down to 2 points in the second quarter. More from the Coyotes on the comeback trail. Kira Duffy from NBA range knocks down the long three. Coyotes within 2, and they're going to come back to tie things up with some fans watching on as Allison Ahrens splashes a baseline jumper, 22-all, and USD rides that momentum, would take the lead moments later when Allison's sister, Monica Ahrens, will drive inside and get the kick out actually for 3, as USD right now holding a 66-51 lead. That game in the fourth. We'll update it at 10 o'clock. Coyotes head to SDSU next week. The Jacks with their final road game of the year at NDSU today. First quarter, it was the Macy Miller Show. In the post, spin and left-hander off glass, 21-15 stayed after 1. Got a lot bigger because Miller's game got a lot bigger. In transition, the crossover and score. She had 30 points on the day as South Dakota State led 43-24 at half, and plenty of others would get into the act for Aaron Johnson's crew, namely Peyton Burkhardt, the Aberdeen alum. Watch this great feed from Riley Cassio-Jensen inside to Burkhardt. Jacks up by 36. Remember, they won the first meeting by 53, and more from Burkhardt in the final second. She beats the buzzer for 2 of her 10. State by 40, 88-48. Well, after SDSU's buzzer beater loss at Omaha on Thursday, the Summit League is up for grabs on the men's side. The Jacks are currently tied in the loss column with Omaha, 1 ahead of Fort Wayne, and 2 games up on an NDSU team that's won 5 straight and was eager to prove they're a factor in the title race today, and it looked like they were going to cruise in this one. Dengu, the Washington alum, with a dunk. They led by as many as 18 in the second half, led by 8 with a minute to go. This game is over, except it wasn't. David Jenkins Jr., remember that name. He hits a 3, SDSU down by 6. Final minute of the game, Jackrabbits down by 4. Mike Dahm from NBA range. It's a 1-point game. Now, despite all this, all NDSU needs to do is sink a free throw and they'll have a 3-point lead. They miss. Jacks with 1 shot. Jenkins from half court. Yes! Unbelievable. The Jackrabbits win at the buzzer. 78-77, a game they never led until this goes. What a win, and maybe some karmic payback for that buzzer beater at Omaha. Wow. That's a tough act to top. Coyotes at Western Illinois, key game for them to try and qualify for the Summit League tournament. Fortunately, Mr. Stanley Amude was on his game with the fadeaway J right there as USD takes the lead in. More from Mr. Amude's spin and hook in the lane as the Coyotes take a 5-point lead. He was not done in that half either. And actually in the second half, he keeps it going with the shot up there. Big game for Trey Birch Manning as well. He's been coming back from injury. Manning's going to come up with a bucket here for 3 of his 20 points as the Coyotes get a much-needed 80-67 win. In the NSIC, final home doubleheader for Sioux Falls against Upper Iowa. Women's game in the second quarter, Gloria Malumba with a terrific move in the post for the bucket for the Cougars. However, the Peacocks, who've lost something like 40 straight NSIC games, they were firing on all cylinders. Allie Dinius for 3. Who trailed by 13, however, Travis Traphagen's team would put things together late in the half. It's Kaylee Hummel for 2 of her game-high 20 points. And then in the final seconds of the half, they will inbound it to Mariah Szymanski. Szymanski's going to drive and go all the way. Big second half lifts the Cougars to a 69-47 win. The state wrestling tournament starts on Thursday in Rapid City, and today is the last chance for grapplers across South Dakota to qualify for it at regionals. We start the Region 1A tournament in Sioux Falls, 120-pound championship. Roosevelt's Riley Hollinshead with a takedown and near fall against Watertown's Ty Altoff as Hollinshead wins 7-4. Moving up to the 126-pound championships, it's Brookings' Nolan Archer with the reversal against O'Gorman's Bo Beavers, and that would be key for him as he gets the victory by a final of 6-3. 132-pound championships, good match here. Watertown's Jackson Waugh against O'Gorman's Aaron Eidecker, and it's Waugh with the near fall. He takes it by a final of 12-8. And finally, the 145-pound championships, it's Madison's Colby Minnis scoring the late takedown against Roosevelt's Eli Cadoon. That would be part of the difference in an 8-4 victory. He is indeed number 1, and so was his team as Madison takes the team championship with a score of 158.5. Brookings is in second. Down to Freeman we go for the Region 2B tournament. This was a bit of a late start for the finals as they had some great action all day long. 106 pounds, Canton's Andy Myers scores a takedown against McCook Central Montrose's Jackson Rimmers, and then later in the match, Meyer with another takedown. He just secures a tight 7-6 decision. Moving up to 113 pounds, it's Howard's Lane Miller against Canton's Luke Richardson. Miller with the takedown, as the Howard Tiger will get the victory by a final of 6-2. And finally, 120 pounds, it would be another Howard victory, as it's Kiefer Klinkhammer. There's been a lot of good Klinkhammers through Howard. He gets a crucial takedown to defeat Canton's Braxton Trowbridge, and Klinkhammer goes on to get the victory by a final of 7-3. We'll have the team standings coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. A lot more going on, although it's going to be kind of tough to beat that SDSU buzzer beater. We'll show you plenty more at 10 o'clock. We're back in one moment.